Everybody, welcome back to Angel Straps. Today we've got another unboxing. Today is the Vostok Komandirski GMT, so pretty excited about this one. Let's get it open. Now this is red, Soviet red, Vostok logo. I think it's really, it's plastic. Okay, let's see what's in here. Okay. There it is. Instructions. I'm sure there's English in there somewhere. Okay, look at this. This is kind of what I expected, actually. It's extremely similar to the pictures on the internet. Absolutely loaded with stickers, which we'll take off in a second. But look at that, 24-hour bezel. Yep, bi-directional screw down crown with the 24 hours and on the bezel there. Really, wow, that is some hardcore steel. That is really, you can really feel the ribs on it. And it's got this like almost, what was it, octagonal cutting on the side here. This thing just feels strong. Alright, let's get the stickers off. Okay, initial impressions here. This is quite a cheap watch, but I got it because it has a lot of personality and it's got some good functionality. So I guess as a cheaper watch, you can sort of imagine that the first thing I notice here is this bracelet, like super jingly jangly. Maybe some people like that. I don't know. I kind of don't, but yeah, standard. It was. I don't know if you noticed. I'll speed it up when I was opening it, but it was a little bit difficult to get this off first. Get it open, but you can see the logo there. Vostok. We've got some micro adjustments there, which, you know, look like they'll be good if you keep it on the bracelet, but that's not really something that I'm planning on doing. I'll see. Okay, what else do I notice first about this? The colors. Look at that, super Russian. Which is cool, right? Like, that's kind of what you want, something funky like that. No, it upside down. And what you can see here is got the GMT hand there. We've got the it's like a star with some chevrons and the small seconds in the top left there. Just add a little bit more personality. I'm not really sure I really like it at that position. I'm so used to seeing, well, maybe for a chrono I'd see one of them there, but this is the first time I've seen it located. What would you call that? The 10. Located at the 10. Yeah, well, maybe it'll grow on me. I don't know. Let's have a look at the. Oh yeah, here's that. You can see wobbly crown, wobbly screw down crown. Now you can hear it winding. Oh wait, we've gone to screw down mode. Oh yep, see hands. GMT hand trailing there. Yeah, crown is a little bit flimsy, but what do you expect at this price? Now I read about the wobbly crown. Supposedly it's to protect the movement. So That's by design. I think it's patented as well, which is quite cool. But I guess you can easily feel like it's just cheap. But it does, to be honest, it feels solid. Especially when I screw that down like that, that actually feels like it's solid, and it's going to keep the water out. It's hard to get it back now. Winding. It's got a bit of a noise there. Sounds like a. Wow, you can hear it. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Strange. I've not actually felt a movement wind like that. Maybe it's overwound at the moment. Anyway, just wind that down. And this here as well. It's sort of look at the dome on that. That is the kind of profile you're going to get. It doesn't have any AR, and I believe it is plexiglass. 1 second. Okay. Yeah, so it's plastic domed. I don't know if I'd call it glass. I don't know what it is, but it's a plastic domed sort of lens for this watch. So this is the first plastic dome I've had now. Makes sense, super cheap. Also, I'm sure it's going to scratch. But I mean, you don't really. I bet it's strong, which is important. I read somewhere that the pressure on this plastic glass actually tightens the water seal, so that 200 meter water resistance is sort of comes together nicely with that feature, supposedly. As I said, it's not as I said. The bracelet is 20 mil. I find it a bit jingly. It's like like a polished and brushed bracelet. It's a bit squeaky as well. I'll put it on my wrist in a second and we'll see what it looks like. I really like that. You know what I like? The octagonal sort of support structure there. It's quite sharp. It's not like sharp, but it's like the lines are sharp. It's super quirky. Let's have a look at the back here. Alright, so we can see with the Vostok, got this Vostok, see, I can't get this open. Bit difficult to get open, that could be painful. Yes, Vostok backing there, 200 meters. I don't know, this whole watch, it feels really, really sturdy, like you could run over it with a car, but it also feels like it's like super durable. It does not feel luxurious at all. It's obviously very tool watch focus, which I guess is really cool. And I love the I don't know, this is going to be a conversation starter, I can tell. Alright, let me put it on my wrist. Okay, so this is 7-inch wrist. As you can see, got to take probably a couple of links out. The micro adjustments aren't going to do anything there. So it's 42 mil diameter, so it's not, it doesn't wear that big, to be honest. I don't know what that is. I think it doesn't wear big at all. It actually looks quite small on my, well, not small, but I don't know, what a strange bit piece. Okay, maybe I'll try it on with the strap so I don't have to hold it and see what that looks like. Okay, back on the Silicone one, and I'm just going to say that is way better. I mean, the hardcore metal, full metal look maybe appealing to some people, but that bracelet really was not doing it for me. It was pinching my hairs, it was jingly, it was really difficult to get the clasp open, the spring bars were really difficult to get off, but anyway, here we are. I reckon this looks really nice, actually. Potentially biased opinion. Anyway, let's get it on my wrist, but before I do, yeah, you can see a bit better now the case back there. Alright, let's get it on. Okay, this is looking pretty good. I mean, I know the bracelet wasn't fitted for me, but this just feels secure. This feels really nice, and you can see how, I don't know, despite that like metal plating that kind of sits around it, being what's driving most of the wrist coverage, it still, I think this strap is basically holding it to my wrist well, and it doesn't feel like it's not going anywhere. Just feels solid. Anyway, I like the look of this. I'll do the review later to see if I still like the review later on, but I guess initial first impressions are kind of, this is quirky. It has the functionality, like the water resistance, the dual time, that I'm kind of looking for. But we'll see how we go. Like I'll wear it for a bit. I'm sure I'm going to scratch this this lens, but we'll see how we go. Anyway, link in the description to the watch and also the strap, and I'll see you in a couple of months. Thanks.